Marketing and business has been an incredible interest of mine. And for the last 2 years, I have been successfully helping spiritual entrepreneurs and awakened people to set up their businesses in the right way. And what we have noticed is that the old marketing tactics are simply not working anymore. And what is even more interesting is actually it all is moving more towards authenticity and love. Now, maybe that's what business was supposed to be run on all the time. And I'm very grateful to see this dynamic, but I wanted to get way more into the depths of this. And we did a Q&A last week with the community, and there was just a beautiful question about it. And they said like, okay, you have to do another channel of this. So this is that channel. This is the Akashic Records of Marketing. Like the Akashic Records is a beautiful library, like a cosmic library. You can open any book. This time I opened the book of marketing. And we're going to see what comes out of that. I want to specifically ask questions about what is the marketing of the new world? Which marketing will truly work? And how can spiritually open people get their products and their services out in the most easeful way? So if you are excited about that, if you are here as a spiritual entrepreneur or as a spiritual open person that is ready to do their own things or ready to serve more, like in any way possible, marketing is an essential quality and topic. Even though the word might not be the right thing, at one point humanity is a living market. A lot of people want to buy things. So how are we going to bring that service of yours to market that is completely aligned with the energy of right now, with the consciousness of right now, with the time of right now? So this is a channel. I advise you to, the energy might be strong. So you might want to sometimes lay back and close your eyes and receive the message like that. But because this is such a powerful and information dense channel, it might be really good to also use some pens and take down some notes. Not only what the channel is saying, but especially how can you apply what the channel is saying? What is your way of doing it? It might just naturally spring up in your mind and your imagination. So let's go into the channel. I'm looking forward to what comes out. Feel free to share what are your insights in the comments. And I'm looking forward to see your services and your products out into the market so that we can all enjoy them and buy them. So have fun. This is the Akashic Records of Marketing. Dear one, we thank you for this question. There are not many spiritual people actually opening these records for business advice and questions, but in a way, every person needs to be in business if they want to become financially free. And there is a strong need of becoming financially free and becoming time free, but it will be very hard to do so when you are working for somebody else. And therefore there is a big shift right now, and many spiritually open people feel the need to start to deliver their services. But they also see and notice how crowded the marketplace is. There are so many signals, so much content, and a lot of things are not working anymore. 15 years ago, the only thing you needed was a website. But then everyone had a website and it didn't work anymore. And then what people needed was a social media channel. But then everyone had a social media channel and people could even buy social media channels with a lot of followers. And that started working anymore either. The space became saturated. Now then, COVID hit and it was very nice to do webinars. Before that, it was also really good to do presentations and to have a great offering at the end of a presentation. But that was abrupted, of course, by the coronavirus that happened in year 2020. And then webinars were the next big thing. But webinars are also not working anymore. Not as well as they did 5 years ago. Now, going further, people started to use challenges. these 3 to 5 days periods where people would join together to learn a specific thing. And if they wanted to go even deeper into that topic, there was an opportunity again with a sell or an offer. So humans would be able to do that. But then everyone started to do challenges, and people can now opt in for 5 challenges almost every weekend or every week. That is also not working anymore. But that doesn't mean that nothing is working anymore. Actually, we want you to become very aware of the trend that has been happening, and especially focus on the amount of interaction and trust somebody has before they buy something. This is very important because this has always been true. Even though somebody else might have a better product or a better price, people love to buy from others that they already know. They like to support their friends and their locals. Yes, they want the best, but if both stores offer the best, the store that they like more or have the better experiences with already is more likely to get their sale than the other store, even though the other store might be cheaper or has a better offer or what have you. Humans are emotional creatures, and emotions need to be good in order for them to buy something. So, look what has been happening. Look at this trend that went from website to social media to presentations to webinars to challenges. What is the thing that is increasing the most in each of these interactions? Yes, we are on purpose silent right now, so you can guess. What is it? What is it that increases in this trend? Now, you might put your answer inside of the chat or inside of the comments, wherever you are watching this on. But as you might have noticed, what is increasing is not only the level of interaction, but also the amount somebody is already helped before they buy. In all of this, there is more value that has been shared up front. Social media was sharing more value than a website. Then a presentation was sharing more value than a social media channel. And then a webinar was doing the same thing, but then digitally, so people could do it from their own home, which is more valuable. Then a 5-day challenge offered way more value than just a webinar. Now, this increase in value doesn't always have to be in one single burst, but it is a strong factor of what marketing is about. Can you give someone a lot of value before they even encounter one of your offers? Are you able to just give from a place of I'm truly here to give? Can you offer people help from a place of I'm truly here to help? Because that energy has been increasing. And that is what is so beautiful about the dynamic that is currently going on in your life. It all starts with how much people are able to be helped, to be uplifted, to be transformed, to have their problems solved. Now, there are some people that are afraid of that. And they're saying, but if I help them all up front, they will buy nothing else from me because I already gave them everything I got. And we want to say to that reaction doesn't come from a true, genuine intention to help and to give. And you will never last business in the long term with that, not in your current age. Yes, you could have done that 50 years ago, but if you want to start something now, there needs to be a true intention to give and to serve. A quick break saying how much I appreciate you watching this video. And if you are a spiritual, open person, if you had your awakening and you would love to bring more of yourself into what you do, into your career, if you are here to, even if you're retired or not, if you're working a 9 to 5, if you are here to feel that there's something more in you that you want to serve in a higher way, I have a beautiful community. This is called the Sacred Alignment Academy. It makes sure you are aligned with your inner self and are expressing that in the outer world in a way that you get your first paying clients in 90 days and you are earning at least double what you are able to earn in your 9 to 5 just by doing what you love. This is an absolutely beautiful process. It's the best thing that I have ever channeled. So if you are resonating with this content, feel free to give it a look. You find the link down below, or you can scan this QR code. With that being said, let's continue with this beautiful transmission on marketing. I'm learning so much from this, so let's go. Let's dive back in. It's love. So allow yourself to notice that this fear of giving everything and not being able to buy comes from you having business and income streams more important than actually you helping others. This dynamic is being squeezed out of humanity, and it's been squeezed out by rewarding the humans that actually want to give, and by the humans that actually really are there to serve and dedicate their life to service. You will have no problem when you dedicate your life to service. You have no problem if you say right now, okay, I'm going to spend my waking hours helping others to do X, Y, Z. Whatever is your calling, whatever you think you can help others greatly with. It's not a matter of how much sales you make, it's a matter of how much people you can help. It shifts the dynamic, and your marketing will naturally come forth from that state. Now, it is very beautiful to think about this, and it's very beautiful that the act of giving and serving is at the forefront of even letting the marketing spring up. So let's dive into a situation. Let's give a metaphorical example of somebody that wants to have their own business. They want to, let's say, start their own Reiki practice. They have been trained in Reiki and they have been done brilliantly on themselves and on friends. And now they feel they would love to stop their 9 to 5 and go full-time doing Reiki. Now, if you place the business first, you might start being overwhelmed right away with all the tactics, with all the things, with maybe needing a website and a following, and all of these kind of things start to very quickly overwhelm you if you place the business first. Now, what if you help and want to help people first? You can immediately start connecting people. You can just start and say, okay, I know the people that I like to help most are actually busy entrepreneurs, and I want to make sure their energy is flowing and clean and clear. So I'm going to I'm only going to go on LinkedIn because most busy entrepreneurs can be found on LinkedIn. And I go there and I say, I'm going to offer Reiki service for busy entrepreneurs. I'm going to make sure their shoulders are feeling soft and all of their stress is being released out of their energy bodies. You just go, and out of that curiosity you Keep on moving. Who can I help? Let me find some busy entrepreneurs. Let me find some entrepreneurs. Let me just ask them, do they feel overwhelmed? Do they feel stress? Would they like some help with their stress? And you start to go and you start chatting. Now, out of the chatting, you might receive the necessary feedback to say, okay, I notice these people are more stressed than others, or these people feel like they need more help with than others. You might even want to check, okay, where do these people go to? You might even ask, like, is there any event that you go to connect with other entrepreneurs? I would love to come. Now, some of them might give you a couple of events in your local area to go to. Then again, you just can go to there and you can start connecting with people, and you start even say like, hey, can I just quickly touch your shoulders and see if they're tense or loose? And some of them might say yes. And if they are tense, you might say, oof, they're very tense. Do you have a lot of problems with that tense shoulders? It's like, oh wow. Now if you want, I do Reiki, and Reiki is a perfect method to facilitate energy flow. And this energy flow will also make sure your shoulders move freely and loosely. I offer sessions, and if you want, I can give you the first session for a big discount, just to try out. Beautiful. That is the difference between somebody that places business first or places helping people first. Helping people is easy. Having business first is hard. But what you notice is that the person that wants to place people first immediately has conversations flowing, very quickly might go to a couple events and just start to tackle the problem. They know very clearly which problems they're there to solve. They didn't need a social media following. They didn't need a website. They didn't need anything else. Maybe just a phone number and a willingness to help. And in this example, they might have needed a LinkedIn profile, but they didn't have to have any followers. They just needed to be willing and be committed to start helping first. Now we will tell you, if you do that, if you just place helping people first, you will grow a whole lot faster than any person that first is going to build this website and then wanted to make content for his social media following and then doing all these kinds of things like setting up funnels and content management systems and contact details and all of the things people think you need to have, including being active on all social media platforms. No, you don't have to begin like that. Actually, the best marketing is just to move from a state of helping people. Now let's also give you an example of this dynamic, but then for an established business that sees that their strategies are not working any longer. So this is a business. Let's say this is a spiritual publishing company. And they have been in business, they have been helping people publish their spiritual books, offering editor services and publishing services. And first they did webinars and they worked really well, but since 2022 that has stopped. They feel afraid to do a challenge because they don't want to give everything away. And now they are here and they are drowning because their clients have been dwindling and more people have become self-published nowadays. Now, what can such a company do? If they want to keep the business first, they can be trying again and again finding different ways, maybe a different form of webinar, maybe still considering a challenge, maybe helping people taking the first steps, and then after that, charging for the rest of the steps. They might come up with all these different, quirky, but not feeling so right solutions. If they place the business first, if they focus on the sales more than helping people. Now, what if they focus completely on helping people? Such a business might come and say, okay, let's not care about how we do it. Let's just make sure that in the next month we help 500 genius new writers get their work out. How can we help these people? How can we reach these people? What can we do? And they just start connecting with these writers, and they just start asking, like, hey, do you have a finished book already? Do you have a manuscript? Is there any help you want to get from us? And they just start to go there. They might even ask these people in their network, but also into new networks, what is the most difficult thing about this? Is it the editing? Is it the publishing? Is it getting your book out into the different stores? What do you feel is most difficult? And you just start to gather data to help these people. Like, what are the quirks? What is the problem here between all of these new writers? Now, once you have a lot of data, you will see common themes popping up. And again, from an intention to solve their problem, you might develop a framework with the knowledge you already have. You might see, for example, that the editing phase and the distributing phase are the most difficult for self-published people and for people that are still wanting to publish their first book. They have it all jotted down on different papers or maybe in a Word document, but they have no clue how to properly edit it into book form, then go to a printer and then to publish that. Because you already have the connections of the many publishers and you have experienced that process so many times, you can create a framework. And instead of selling this framework, you build this framework out and you just give the framework for free. What? For free? Will say the business-tuned mind, yes, because you're here to help. Let them have the framework for free. And let the framework give them so much value that once they see the framework, but they still have question marks or they still have things to deal with, that they can come to you. So give the framework for free, but put your contact details there so that it's as easy as possible for them to contact you for more information. Now, whenever they contact you, you can tell them which part of this framework you need more clarity on. They will tell. And then afterwards you say, we would love to help you with this part. And we have a couple of specialists that can help you with this. Would you be willing to work together with one of our specialists to make your book published? And this specialist will help you with wherever you are currently, guide you completely through this framework, and then make sure it is published and distributed. And we can even use our network of these 500 different store chains to be able to share your book with. And they might be willing to offer it on their stands. Would you be willing to work with such a professional? Then they can say yes. And as soon as they say yes, of course, you want to have a little bit of an energy exchange. Now, if you're really there to help people, you might not even sell the one-on-one support, but you might ask it for 20% or 30% of the book sales. This way, the person doesn't lose any money by working with you. They get helped first. But once they make sales, then you get 20 or 30%. They still keep 80 to 70% of their sales, but you get a commission. This way you change your business model from wanting to sell to wanting to help people. And it completely changes the ways. But notice what happened in both of these examples. The marketing plan didn't came first. The marketing plan formed itself by you wanting to help people. This is very important. The new age will consist of new forms of marketing that come from the intention of you helping the people you're here to help, serving the people you're here to serve, solving the problems that your people have. Out of that, new forms of service can come. Just go. Allow yourself to selflessly be there. You already solved your problems, now it's time to help others solve theirs. From this place, you will have the most powerful and most genius marketing strategies coming, and they will be based on your service. Once you have helped, for example, 500 people, you know exactly what most people are dealing with. From that information, new campaigns can come from, but these campaigns should again be from a place of helping people, not from a place of selling. This way you will create more fans for your business. You will create more fans for your service. Writers start to naturally promote you. In the case of the writing examples, busy entrepreneurs that see other busy entrepreneurs start to promote your Reiki practice. Mouth to mouth will start working very quickly once you start to be selfless. People would love to recommend you because you're good and you're coming from a good place. So mouth to mouth starts working in your favor. You don't have to pay anything extra for that. You don't have to spend thousands of euros on marketing campaigns for that. People will do it themselves because you come from a good place. But next to that, you will create fans of your business. And fans are very likely to buy everything you have to offer because they had such a good experience with you so far. And so you will start to build a fan base. Your fan base will 100% assure you that your business will stay afloat. And they will constantly help you improve and get better. They would love to be in community with you. They would love to help even more people with that service. They would love to give you their input. So allow yourself to be selfless in the beginning and know that this will create all of the marketing strategies and campaigns you need. And it will keep on working until you shift again and make your business more important than your willingness to help. And every time things stop working, you are more too focused on your own business and on your own well-being instead of the well-being of your clients. So go again. As soon as you notice, use that as a trigger to again put your people first. Your people will take care of you. This is what is so beautiful with what is working. Allow yourself to give what you have, to share what you developed. Don't put it behind paywalls anymore. Give it for free and allow the people that want to work even closer with what you have to come to you. Let them self-select. We love to talk about this, and we hope that this mini energetic view on marketing will help you find the right perspectives. If you feel like, and if you want to immediately inspire more people, please share your insights in the comments. Let what is currently present in your mind and the current openings that this transmission has given you also be of further inspiration to others. Even like that, you will be able to gain more clients and have more service. It simply works way more beautiful than most humans believe. Once you step into the beauty, you cannot unsee it. In the highest love, we wish for your spiritual business to flow. May you serve many humans with your heart's callings. May you come back to the virtues in doing your business. This way you are creating a very beautiful world and you are able to exponentially grow in the most harmonious and graceful ways. In the highest love, we thank you for watching this transmission. Now apply what you learned, dear one. The world is ready for you.